Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. In the male and female ectomorph body shape chapters of my book, Get Fit Guy's Guide to Achieving Your Ideal Body, I describe exactly what happens when a naturally skinny or lean person gets out of shape or doesn't exercise the right way. Generally, what happens is they tend to accumulate fat on their stomach and their upper hips, while still maintaining skinny arms and legs, and this is often referred to as the skinny fat look. Today, you're going to learn how to tone your body the right way, even if you are one of those skinny people who tends to be prone towards skinny fat. You're going to learn how to get curves and lean muscle and avoid that skinny fat look with thin arms, low muscle tone, and excess weight on your waistline and hips. Let's learn how you actually get skinny fat. As I describe in the episode, What Body Type Are You? And I'll link to that in the show notes, everybody tends to store fat in different places. People who are apple-shaped or endomorphs store fat on their bottom, belly, arms, and legs. Pear shapes or endomesomorphs store fat on their hips. Hourglass shapes or mesomorphs tend to store fat evenly throughout the whole body, and ruler shapes, also known as ectomorphs, store fat on their belly, primarily if they're male, and both the belly and the butt if they're female. Now, the skinny fat look doesn't just happen to people who are maybe naturally skinny but don't exercise and eat anything they want. It's also a look that you can see in people like marathoners and endurance athletes who are naturally skinny also, but never step into a gym for any kind of weight training, or who perhaps eat a diet very high in starches and sugars. In other words, there's more than one way to get skinny fat. In the first case, we have the lucky person who stayed lean through childhood, high school, and college, no matter what they ate or how little they exercised. And they find themselves in a conundrum later in life as their hormones naturally decline and their metabolism begins to decrease. Suddenly, rather than quickly and naturally burning up the calories from a plate of spaghetti perhaps, they slowly build up a layer of fat right around the belly button and a little bit in the hip and the butt area too, resulting in a less than attractive appearance that begins to make it embarrassing to wear tight t-shirts and fitted jeans. In the second scenario, an endurance athlete or cardio enthusiast who's beating up their body with long aerobic training sessions, while also usually eating every calorie in sight, experiences high levels of cortisol, the body's stress release hormone that can cause fluid retention in the waist, hips, and butt. In addition, if there isn't any weight training happening, all that endurance training can literally cannibalize lean muscle and result in a lack of muscle tone and ligament support, which can accelerate the formation of the skinny fat look. So, now that you know what the skinny fat look is and how you get there in the first place, what are some quick and dirty tips to get rid of it? Well, here are my top 3 tips. Number 1 is to lift weights. When you weight train, especially if you lift heavier loads of 6, 8, or 10 repetitions, your body adapts by growing new muscle fibers that tone and support body parts that can tend to sag, especially in naturally skinny people. To avoid that skinny fat look, you should do a full body weight training session 2 to 3 times per week using multi-joint moves and relatively heavy weights. I'm going to put a link in the show notes to my top 10 tips to build lean muscle fast by lifting weights. That'll be over at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com. Number 2 is to adjust your diet. All those carbohydrates that naturally skinny and lean people are able to get away with can catch up with them later in life as their metabolism slows and also as the liver begins to convert sugars into storage fats. You'll find that higher amounts of healthy fats and proteins not only satiate your appetite better than pasta, bread, scones, bagels, and biscotti, but will also help you to eat less and control your appetite better. Number 3 is to de-stress. Now, as I noted earlier, when lean people exercise too much, they can easily create excessive levels of cortisol. When this happens, fluid retention can occur, which only makes that skinny fat look even more pronounced. So, get adequate sleep, don't overtrain, and try stress relief techniques like breathing or yoga. I'll put a link to 2 episodes that I've done in the past on how to breathe properly for de-stressing and also how you can use yoga to achieve a similar effect. And for even more tips on getting rid of that skinny fat look and getting an exercise and diet plan for your unique shape, check out my book, Get Fit Guy's Guide to Achieving Your Ideal Body. It's over at getfitguy.com. It'll help you figure out whether you're at higher risk for being skinny fat and what you can do about it. And if you have more questions about how to avoid being skinny fat, then post them in the comments section of the Get Fit Guy website or join the conversation over at facebook.com/getfitguy. And until next time, this is the Get Fit Guy asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.